Square breathing, or the 4-4-4-4 breathing technique, has become really popular for its ability to improve our focus and really calm the nervous system. How square breathing is typically taught, though, is basically the middle third of the practice. So what I want to do in this video is show the complete set so that you can get the benefits out of square breathing in the same amount of time. Okay? Square breathing, if you haven't heard of it before, it's basically breathing in for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. We do this through the nose entirely, and we do this for 4 sets. Pretty straightforward, right? I really like deep breathing techniques, and I think that the square breathing is my favorite basically because of its simplicity. The 4-7-8 strategy or bellows breath, those are great and very powerful, but the square breathing is easier to remember. Basically, you're doing everything in counts of 4 times. If you want a review of some of the most beneficial deep breathing techniques, we've done a review at taichibasics.com/breathing. At Tai Chi Basics, we review concepts and present research for people who are wanting to improve their inner turtle development or improve their meditation or their Tai Chi. Okay. So let's run through square breathing as it's typically taught, and then I'm going to show you 2 ways to dramatically improve its effects. I'm going to use a metronome here, and what you're going to do is inhale for the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, exhale for the count of 4, and then hold for the count of 4. Ready? Let's start with an inhale, and go. Hold, exhale, hold. So that's it. And you would do this 4 times. That one was a little bit fast, but in essence, that's how square breathing is taught. Even that is enough to start to calm the nervous system. I'm going to share a little bit of science here so that you know why this works. Basically, when we're in a state of anxiety or fear, we breathe in a shallow manner and we breathe short breaths and we oxygenate our blood, right? So by elongating our breaths and elongating the time when we're relying on carbon dioxide or not breathing in oxygen, we're signaling to the body that we don't need to be on alert, we don't need to oxygenate our blood, and everything's fine, which orders us to kick in the system that calms us down. There's 2 problems, though, with just teaching square breathing in this manner. The first is that we all arrive at the breathing from different places, right? How much caffeine have you had? How amped up are you? How fearful are you? So if we are entering those breaths and we're at different levels of anxiety or fear or have poor focus, it can take nearly the entire set to where we're calmed down, which is great. At the end of 4 breaths, 4 cycles of breath, you feel better. But wouldn't it be better if we could enter the set from a place that's a little bit deeper and a little bit more calm so that we get all the time and energy out of those 4 breaths, if you will? Well, here's what you do. There's kind of an opening sequence. And your job in this sequence is just to observe. And all you're going to do is breathe in and out of your nose 4 times and watch the breath, okay? I'm going to use my hand to show you just in and out of breath. I'm going to look down just so that I'm focusing down into my body. But basically, we're going to inhale. Okay, you do that 4 times, and all I'm concentrating on is my breath and making sure that I breathe into my belly. So initiate with these 4 breaths and then start the breathing. Here's the second problem, and this is the part that we do after, or a better way to do breathing. What gender are you? You know, what size is your body? What state of anxiety or calmness are you entering square breathing from? We are all different. We're even unto yourself. How much caffeine have you had today? Is it morning or is it night? Did you have a disastrous yesterday, which makes you start today more anxious? To say that you should be counting at a certain rhythm, it doesn't account for the differences between you or me or what you're needing in the moment or where you currently are. So there's a magnificent way around this. And the way to do it is to use square breathing based on your heartbeat. And here's how it works. You're going to inhale for a count of 4. And then when you're holding your breath, listen for your heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. That's going to set your pace. And then when you're exhaling, try to count at that rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen again as you hold your breath, and it'll be very loud. And then inhale at that same rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. Here's what's super cool. From your first square breathing set to your fourth, it dramatically slows down. Okay? So start with that. Start instead with the holding the breath and have that go through the count of 4 rather than just some random pattern of numbers that you're counting in your head. Okay? Here's how I use square breathing for the greatest effect. I start with the onboarding. So basically, I'm inhaling, exhaling, and I'm just the observer of my breath. I'm doing square breathing and I'm counting for 4 without a metronome, but in my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm doing another set of 4 where when I'm holding my breath on the ins and the outs, I'm listening to my heartbeat and I'm trying to match that rhythm. So for a total of 16. If you want more information like this, subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, check out taichibasics.com, where we cover a lot more information on meditation, Tai Chi, and internal development.